told, the cannibal metaphor offers several promising avenues for an analysis of capitalist society. It invites us to see that society as an institutionalized feeding frenzy, in which the main course is us. Capitalism, too, cries out for clarification. The word is commonly used to name an economic system based on private property and market exchange, wage labor, and production for profit. But that definition is too narrow, obscuring rather than disclosing the system's true nature. Capitalism, I'll argue here, better designates something larger, a societal order that empowers a profit-driven economy to prey on the extra economic supports it needs to function. Wealth expropriated from nature and subject peoples, multiple forms of care work, chronically undervalued when not wholly disavowed, public goods and public powers, which capital both requires and tries to curtail, the energy and creativity of working people. Although they do not appear on corporate balance sheets, these forms of wealth are essential preconditions for the profits and gains that do. Vital underpinnings of accumulation, they too are constitutive components of the capitalist order. In this book, accordingly, capitalism refers not to a type of economy, but to a type of society, one that authorizes an officially designated economy to pile up monetized value for investors and owners while devouring the non-economized wealth of everyone else. Serving that wealth on a platter to the corporate classes, this society invites them to make a meal of our creative capacities and of the earth that sustains us, with no obligation to replenish what they consume or repair what they damage. And that is a recipe for trouble. Like the Ouroboros that eats its own tail, capitalist society is primed to devour its own substance. A veritable dynamo of self-destabilization, it periodically precipitates crises while routinely eating away at the bases of our existence. Cannibal capitalism, then, is the system to which we owe the present crisis. Truth be told, it's a rare type of crisis in which multiple bouts of gluttony have converged. What we face, thanks to decades of financialization, is not only a crisis of rampaging inequality and low-wage precarious work, nor merely one of care or social reproduction, nor just a crisis of migration and racialized violence. Neither is it simply an ecological crisis in which a heating planet disgorges lethal plagues, nor only a political crisis featuring hollowed-out infrastructure, ramped-up militarism, and a proliferation of strongmen. Oh no, it's something worse, a general crisis of the entire societal order in which all those calamities converge, exacerbating one another and threatening to swallow us whole. This book maps that massive tangle of dysfunction and domination, expanding our view of capitalism to include the extra economic ingredients of capital's diet. It brings together in a single frame all the oppressions, contradictions, and conflicts of the present conjuncture. In this frame, structural injustice means class exploitation, to be sure, but also gender domination and racial imperial oppression, both non-accidental byproducts of a societal order that subordinates social reproduction to commodity production and that demands racialized expropriation to underwrite profitable exploitation. As understood here, likewise, the system's contradictions incline it not only to economic crises, but also to crises of care, ecology,